Hey everyone, and welcome back to Preclinical Society's YouTube channel. My name's Katie and I'm a second year medical student, and today I'm going to talk to you about how I use Anki. If you're a health sciences student, you've likely heard about Anki. If you're new to Anki and wondering what all the hype is about, then this video is for you. So, what is Anki? Anki is a powerful flashcard app. Anki uses active recall and spaced repetition. Active recall is being asked a question and trying to answer it. It's a much more effective technique than passive learning, such as reading notes. Active learning challenges your knowledge and reinforces the information, as well as tells us what sections we don't know that well and need to review. Reviewing information is essential to not forgetting it. Studies in fact show that 75% of the material learned within 48 hours is forgotten. But with all the work we do in health sciences, how on earth can you review all the work before you forget it? Well, that's where spaced repetition comes in. Spaced repetition is based on the concept that after each review of the material, you can increase the interval between each review. So instead of studying the same material every day, you study the material just before your brain will forget it. Anki has a spaced repetition algorithm, so it schedules which flashcards you need to review every day, taking away a lot of the stress of planning what you should study when. Anki is amazing because it eliminates that last-minute cramming before a test, because it forces you to constantly revise your work. Today, I'm going to take you through making 3 types of Anki cards: basic cards, closed deletions, and image occlusion. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the different cards using an anatomy lecture on the lymphatic system. So just for a little tour of the app, the 2 cards are here in green, so those are the cards that I have to review today, and then any new cards I've added for the day are in blue. And as you can see, I organize my cards per assessment. The fewer decks, the better for getting through your daily reviews, for example, the green cards here. So each of my assessment decks will have all of the cases for that assessment under it, and they will have all of the lectures. This is just the way I prefer to organize it because I belong to an Anki making group. We help each other out with making all our cards because second year is a lot, as is every year of medicine and many other health sciences. So yeah, that's how I prefer to organize it, but you can also organize it by tags, which I'll show you. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this deck. So you click down here, okay. Okay, so we've created our deck. So now this is how it pops up. And what I would do then is I just pop it under case 6. But I actually already have a deck for this, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so then you go up here, add. Okay, let's just make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so up here at the type, that's where you're going to get the type of card. So basic, here are some of your options. The basic card I use is this one, which is pretty much the most basic one. So you have a front and back. So like a classical card that key card that you'd have in real life, or a paper one, I should say. So I would use a basic card for something like this. So the lymphatic system is responsible for 2 functions. So what I do is I mean, you can type it in, but the easiest way is to just okay. Add. Okay, so that's basic. I'm just going to go down. I want to show you a good example of closed deletion. So closed deletion are by far my favorite. So can you click on that one? This is the basic close, but my favorite one I will just show you is this guy over here. So close B397D, and that's because you have this back extra. So if you want to put a picture in, you don't have to use it, but it can be really nice. So for this, it might be a little bit confusing, and it would be nice to pop a picture in just to trigger my memory. We are very visual learners. Even if you're not a visual learner, when you see something, you can remember it a lot quicker. So it often helps just to have a trigger when you're revising. Okay, so for example, I'll show you how to use closed deletions. It's fantastic, my absolute favorites. Okay, so you take here, so superficial and deep lymphatics converge to form the closed deletion up there. So now when the card shows, lymphatic trunks won't appear. And I could do something like this as well. It's 2. I could do for a whole bunch more, but I'm just going to show you for these guys. And you could also do something like collects lymph from. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now let me just show you what these look like. Okay, so now I've got 4 new. So what it would look like now is the lymphatic system is responsible for 2 functions. Okay, did I get them right? And now this is important. So could I, recall that really quickly? Then it would be easy, like if it was very, very easy. Good, 10 minutes time, hard 6 minutes, and less than 1 minute for again. So this is important. This is the spaced repetition algorithm we spoke about. So you need to be quite honest with yourself. If that took you a few minutes to remember, go hard. If it was really, really difficult, you can't even recall that part of your lecture again. But let's just say it was easy, so we go with that. Okay, superficial and deep lymphatics converge to form the lymphatic trunks. Okay, that was pretty easy, but if this is quite a new concept, I might just go good, but let's just go easy for now. Okay, which empty into. So you see these are now closed off and I have to recall them. Again, active recall. It's challenging your memory, it's not passive. Okay, so let's say good because I want to do that again. Collects lymph from, can you guys remember? So thoracic duct is entire body inferior to the diaphragm and left side superior to the diaphragm. Okay, cool beans. I'm happy with that, but it's again a bit of a longer concept, so I'll go good. So yeah, so that's what it does, and then I would still have to revise those 2 that I didn't get right. Okay, but I just want to show you image occlusion now. Okay, so something like this. So this is a picture that I probably put at the back of that closed deletion card. So I'm going to quickly copy that image and show you how image occlusion works, which is really, really useful for any diagrams you have, great for like biochemistry, medical biochemistry, any sort of cycles. What you do is you just are going to block out any relevant things you want. This is great for anatomy. I use it all the time for anatomy. Okay, so I would do all of these pretty much, but I'm not going to do all of those now. And then you can either hide one, guess one. So that's great for if you have like a cycle that you're trying to remember, but for anatomy, I would hide all, guess all. Okay, and let's just check out what that looks like. Okay, so you can see now that's blocked off. These 2 are hidden. If you went with the other option, those 2 wouldn't be hidden. Okay. So those are the 3 basic types of cards. Lastly, I'm going to share some of my tips for using Anki. Understand the work before you start memorizing it. Ensure you review your decks every day. To get the most out of a spaced repetition software, you really need to be reviewing your cards when Anki tells you to. Try to create fewer decks. As I said before, 1 for each assessment works really great for me. I really believe that making your own Anki cards is beneficial, but it is really time consuming and you don't always have time in health sciences degrees. Try to find some other Anki users in your class and split up the Anki workload. Trust me, you need friends and group work in this degree. Consider using past papers to make your Anki cards. You can get the app on your laptop and on your phone. However, only the computer version is free, so I suggest downloading that and seeing how Anki works for you before investing in the mobile app. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments if you have any Anki related questions, and we'll definitely get back to you. Bye for now.